Welcome to my free writing course. My name's Mahsuda. Today I'm going to give you 3 tips for writing motivation. You can learn all the tips of the trade about craft. You can learn how to construct a sentence to develop your dialogue, to learn how to show, not tell. But how do you get yourself to do the actual writing? I don't care what anyone says. Everyone struggles with writing motivation at some point. It's a part of being creative, it's a part of being a writer. But that doesn't mean it should defeat you. So I'm going to give you 3 tips that will keep you motivated and keep you writing. Tip number 1. Know why you write and why you don't write. This is all about really knowing what motivates you as a writer. In my video for new writers, I say to list 3 reasons for why you want to be a writer. Those 3 things may stay the same from when you began writing, or they may morph and change, but whatever your reasons are for writing, I think it's always good to know what they are, because those reasons will motivate you to get to your desk and write. So if it's money, that's going to be your motivation. If it's to connect with readers, that's going to be your motivation. If it's to create in fiction something you never saw represented when you were growing up, then that will be your motivation. So knowing why you write and keying into that whenever you're struggling with your writing will really drive you forward. The other part of that tip is to know why you don't write. So all writers struggle at some point with not feeling motivated to write. That might be because you've got a lot of life events going on around you and they're distracting you, and that's fine and human, so don't beat yourself up about that. It would be really easy to just think, I'm just feeling lazy today. But why is it you're feeling lazy? What is making you watch a marathon of crappy TV you don't even enjoy when you could be writing at your desk? Or is it not crappy TV? Is it really great TV? What is making that programme appeal more to you at the minute than writing? And then when you know your reasons for writing and your reasons for not writing, I think it's good to have a realistic assessment and think about what is benefiting you from doing one or the other. If when you write you feel a sense of release, you escape into a different world, it makes you feel like you're telling a story that's really important, then that's the benefit of writing. If you're procrastinating, and that might be by cleaning the whole house or playing on your phone for half an hour, we've all done it, then what benefit did you get from that? A lot of the times when we procrastinate from writing, the benefits from that procrastination are usually ones that are negative. So usually a feeling that you have completely wasted your time, a feeling of failure, and the feeling that you're never going to get this writing done. If that's the feeling you're getting from not writing, then maybe writing would be better for you. If actually the thing that distracted you benefited you, then maybe that was fine for that occasion. So for example, you ended up watching a really amazing film and it's actually inspired you in a way that will help with your writing. That's useful. Knowing why you write and why you don't write is a good start to get you motivated, but what I really think will help you is in my tip number 2. My tip number 2 is to set goals in stone, or in a calendar, or a diary, or a notebook. Whatever works for you. The thing about when you write something on a calendar, especially if it's a family calendar that everyone can see, you've given yourself a written contract that you are going to get something done. Hopefully other people will see that and respect that. They don't always. But if you respect it, hopefully they will respect it eventually. If you write your goals in a diary or a calendar or in a notebook, you will see that goal repeatedly whenever you look in that diary, calendar or notebook. And that's just a little nudge for your brain that this is a project that needs to get done, and you will be far more focused in getting that job done. Now, what do I mean by goals? So you probably have a big goal for your whole project where you want to finish a short story, or you want to finish a novel, or you want to finish a whole screenplay. That's your final goal. But before you get to that final goal, it's really important to have mini goals along the way. So these goals might be to get a chapter done in 3 weeks. Maybe it's to research the setting of your piece or the line of work that your main character is in. Or maybe you've got 2 weeks off from work and you want to knock out the majority of the first draft in that time. I've actually written a little blog about mini goals, which is on my website. So I'll put a little link down below to that blog. And seeing as you've got your diary out already, it might be worth scheduling some writing time. So instead of saying, I'm going to write 3 hours this week, or I'm going to try and write every morning, actually schedule that time in. By scheduling your writing time, you're making sure that you have time for writing. The more time you have for writing, the better you'll get at it, the more you'll produce, and the happier and more motivated you'll be because you'll be able to see that you are progressing. And I often schedule my writing time and I don't always hit my goals. But what I do find is just by setting myself some goals and by scheduling that writing time, I end up writing way more than if I had not done those 2 things. Remember, 10 minutes of writing is better than 0 minutes of writing. My number 3 tip is to reward yourself. So you're probably thinking, I'm not writing anything. What am I rewarding myself for? If you manage to do tip number 2 and schedule some writing time and set yourself some goals and mini goals, whenever you complete your scheduled writing time, whenever you hit a mini goal, or when you hit your final goal of finishing your project, if you reward yourself, not only are you reinforcing the fact that you have completed a task, you are motivating yourself for next time because you know that you can do it. We can so easily forget the things that we do right. Instead of thinking about the times we did write, we think about the times we didn't write. Instead of thinking about the fact we've completed 3 chapters, we think about the fact we haven't finished the whole draft. So when you complete a mini goal and reward yourself for it, you're reminding yourself of what you're doing right. And that will help motivate you to keep on going. So what type of rewards can you give yourself? It might be to have coffee with a really great friend and just not think about your writing project for a bit. It might be to treat yourself to your favourite food. Try and make sure it's not a reward that's destructive. A shopping spree may seem like a really great idea, but when your bank balance is empty, you probably won't feel as rewarded by it. However, choosing one particular thing that you've wanted for ages and saving up for it, and then when you complete your writing goal, giving yourself that thing, that would motivate me. So with your rewards, try and be specific. Try and find things that will uplift you. And it doesn't have to be material, it could just be time for yourself. So often as writers and so often as people, we often forget to tell ourselves that we're doing all right and to keep on going. So I'm here to tell you you're doing all right and keep on going. You've got this. This is the last of my free writing workshops. I've loved doing these workshops, but I've got a novel waiting for me. My lights have stopped working. So I think that's a sign that I should probably stop. But you can find all of my previous videos on my YouTube channel. And if you watch all of those videos in one go, it's about an hour, which I didn't mean to do, but great. I really wish you the best on your writing journey. And if any of these videos have helped you, then please consider buying me a coffee on the Ko-fi link below. Thank you for joining me, and remember, every writing journey is different, so find the path that works for you.